You obviously enjoy the presence of the students here and feel that their involvement is important, and you've involved them in a new and exciting way this year.
Right, and it really is, I think the NAMA experience for the students is something that as they move into the professional world, puts them on a different level from others who don't have that experience. So we were really excited at Growmark and its FS companies to sponsor this new sales competition. And it's our first year where we have a competition. Individual students sell a prospect based on a scenario. So the scenario had two different scenarios. One, for the preliminary round, was an energy salesperson who was selling a farm, a father-daughter operation, trying to get their energy business. So their diesel fuel for their tractors and combines, and then the daughter has a landscaping and snow removal business. So they were trying to get her business for the gasoline, and then the lubes, the oil and the lubes and the grease across the board. So there were, I think, 23 students in the preliminaries, and the top two from each heat went on to the finals. So there were 6 finalists, and then those finalists had to, they were a crop specialist and trying to get that same farmer family their agronomy business.
So they had to change hats as
They
they
did.
were making these appeals
Yes.
for sales.
Yes, they did.
That's challenging.
Yes, it is, because then you're selling 2 different lines of products. And so you've really got to do your homework. So.
Were the students who competed from a variety of schools?
Yes, there were a couple. So the model for this comes from K-State. And K-State has been participating in the sales contest competition. There's evidently an international group for a number of years, but it's never been held in the ag space. So K-State, Dave Lehman, their advisor, brought it to Ginny Pickett at NAMA and said, you ought to do this for ag because there's nobody else doing it. So K-State students were involved, Illinois College, Nebraska, University of Wisconsin-Madison, and there were others involved. Those are just the ones that come to the surface right now, to top of mind for me.
Is it too soon? Have you gotten any feedback on the competition from the students or advisors or others?
Yes, from the students and advisors. So in the final round, they simulcast it into a room where advisors and other people could sit. And a couple of the advisors there said, how do I get my students involved in this? There were 2 advisors there who didn't have any students involved. They were watching because they were trying to get support for a sales class at their college. So how do I get my students involved? And there were a lot of questions of Growmark, because we, as the lead sponsor of this, we wrote the scenario and we provided the judges and some of those things. But it was just so exciting to see. I've heard a couple students say, well, I've got this sales job and it's with my family, but I don't even know what the heck I'm doing, so I'm going to try this. So it was this student's first venture into that.
Do you think, given the success of this first opportunity, that it's going to grow?
Oh, I think it will grow. And I think that as other students hear about it and other advisors hear about it, that it will just grow as we go on year to year.